At the United Nations in New York, a crucial discussion unfolded at the 69th United Nations Commission on the Status of Women, marking Menstrual Hygiene Day with a focus on women's health, equity, and innovation. The Beyond Beijing 30 Summit brought together global leaders and advocates, emphasizing critical issues surrounding women's empowerment.
The Beijing 30 Action Agenda gives us a roadmap built on 6 pillars: bridging the digital divide, eradicating poverty, ending violence, advancing leadership, securing peace, and prioritizing women in climate justice. But let me add a 7th. We're engaging working women and male allies, the unsung heroes shaping tomorrow's workplace and communities. I could have heard of the host when she introduced me as the Chief Period Officer at Sanicle.
Among the key voices was Chaste Inegbedion, the Chief Period Officer for Sanicle, a digital health company.
I think we should stop sugarcoating it. Menstrual product is a luxury in Nigeria for millions. You know, a single mother in Mushin, where I grew up, told me she chose it between feeding her child and buying pad. This is the brutal reality.
I think it comes with a lot of people dismissing it as a culture of taboo. You know, I remember while growing up, a lot of things when you touch women's items, it's like you're losing your destiny or some form of culture or diabolical things. So people are not taking it seriously. And misinformation and lack of prioritization. I did write an open letter when the president got in to emphasize the need of even taking this at the presidential level, that menstrual hygiene is not a nice to have. It's a must to have women's health issues that needs to be taken seriously. Where 1 out of every 10 girls miss out of school, even those in the workplaces loses their job as a result of bad menstrual cramps, perimenopause, bleeding, and because they are not a culture to be able to speak to their male colleagues or colleagues in school about it, it becomes very shameful and taboo, and it's always been dismissed. That fear has led into even people losing their lives, like we've read in different countries and continents like Kenya, East Africa. We've seen people who are ashamed to even go to places of worship and all. So I believe it's time that we normalize this conversation, because millions will continue to suffer in silence, impacting their education, career growth, and also overall well-being.
Mr. Inegbedion has been a tireless advocate for menstrual health, author of the book The Period Passport, previously addressing period poverty on platforms like New Central TV and discussing innovations on Channel TV. His advocacy extends to urgent support for working women and securing crucial funding at high-levels events like the World Bank and IMF Spring Central meetings. Most recently at the Johns Hopkins University, he underscored the importance of job creation as a pathway towards a truly period-friendly world. His company, Sanicle.Cloud, is currently developing technology to support working women through their menstrual and menopause journeys. A significant highlight of the Beyond Beijing 30 Summit was the presentation of the prestigious Nobel Award. This honor is quickly gaining recognition as the world's most distinguished accolade for visionaries dedicated to reshaping women's health and equity. Described by the World Bank as the Nobel Prize for Social Innovations and by the United Nations as the Oscar for Social Impact. The Nobel Award celebrates pioneers from entrepreneurship, technology, social advocacy, and public service. This year, over 30 honorees received the award. The presentations were made by a distinguished panel, including Hawa Taylor Kamara, a retired United Nations official, an executive director with UNA Nigeria, Dr. Omopeju Afanu. Sanicle's Chief Period Officer, Chaste Inegbedion himself, and Tolulope Lewis-Tamoka, Chief of Government Relations and Africa at United Nations Global Compact. The significance of their work was echoed by Erin, a mother, advocate, and Miss Diaspora Nigeria USA 2025 contestant, who stated,
"Hi, I'm Erin Irebu-Lomas, mother, cultural visionary, and former corporate account manager. Now I stand with Sanicle Cloud, an AI-powered platform revolutionizing how corporate and government employers support hormonal and reproductive health at work. They say heavy is the head that wears the crown, and women have carried generations. Let's continue to support women with systems designed for women's well-being and radiance. We are raising $500,000 in pre-seed funding to scale this vision and reimagine workplace care together. Join us."
From discussions on period poverty to celebrating groundbreaking innovations, today's summit underscored a global commitment to advancing the status of women. The work of advocates like Chaste Inegbedion and the honorees of the Nobel Award are pushing boundaries, reminding us that a more equitable and period-friendly world is not just a dream, but a tangible goal. They joined Sanicle in celebrating Menstrual Hygiene Day alongside Wash United, UNFPA, and Masterpiece Resource Development Center, striving for a period-friendly world. In a true period-friendly world, the stigma and taboos surrounding menstruation are history. It is a world where everyone can access the products, period education, menstrual health services, and period-friendly infrastructure they need.